So many people use these microphones to just yap, 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 just talking for the sake of talking. But it is the Aaron Glenn era. And the one word that he says a lot of times is accountability. On this show, we are going to hold ourselves accountable for the words that we said in a very special, very exciting episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. We dissect the words that were said earlier in the off season, and we hold ourselves accountable for those predictions. Let's go. It's going to be good. I promise. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! How you doing?
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Yeah.
baby. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Gotta rep the only team in New York that cares about me right now. New York Knicks, go New York, go New York, go. And right here is somebody who does not even care about the Knicks. We won't even talk about that. Great shirt. All right, he's always rocking cool shirts. Actually, he is the boy who became king, Mr. None Other than Paul Esden Jr. in the building. How you doing, our good sir?
Well, first off, yes, I am always on fleek, as the kids say, and yeah, the vibe is going good here. But this one, I got to give credit, and I do it in the intro too. Our number one Austrian Jets fan who made these custom shirts. Woody has his own version. I've got one. My pop has one. Actually, Austrian sent me one for my father and a copy for me, so I have like extra. So like sometimes I can wear this twice in a week, and you're like, oh God. Can this guy like take a shower? I'm like, hey, I got multiple copies, you bastards. So I like every once in a while, sort of showing up on the wardrobe and, giving them, a little bit of that extra magic.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's it.
Yes, I hear that. Speaking about a surprise, I was surprised to check my phone earlier today and see that he's not anymore. The Dolphins head coach, Mike McDaniel, they told him, hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more. And I'm like, damn, another team who is kicking out a coach that is way better than Aaron Glenn. That's what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Mike McDaniel was not good. Mike McDaniel.
He's not worse at anything than Aaron Glenn.
He's got a lot
who literally is terrible. And I
feel bad for McDaniel. Just to jump in, I feel bad for McDaniel that they say, "Hey, you're probably staying." They have him do the press conference. He's like, they ask him, "Job secure?" Yeah, as far as I know, I'm here. And then there's all this flirtation openly. Ooh, Harbaugh. Ooh, this, that, and he's probably like, "What the hell is going on, man?" And then we're here on a Thursday. Yeah, you're fired. Oh, okay, Black Thursday, I guess. No biggie. Like
they said it was because of his interview. Like they had a review of 2025
on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Thursday. What time do you need? If the interview went poorly, well, all right. That's all I need to hear. Get out. 2 days later.
See, that's what I'm saying. Not everybody is just shooting at the hip, just willy nilly. Sometimes big decisions. They need time, Boy Green. They need time to make. You got to be able to speak with people. There are a lot of cogs in the machine, a lot of people that would be affected by the reverberation of such a decision. I know you're used to looking at an organization that they just do things and they don't even think about what comes next. So you might not understand, but regular teams, they actually think before they act.
I would, you know what? I don't know anything about that. So good for the fish. And
True.
let's just hope. Let's just hope there's a warning to be fired off. The Dolphins are expected to hire their GM imminently here. It could be anywhere in the next 36 hours. One of the finalists for that job is former Jet. I got to meet him. He was a nice guy in the press box. Was that the Hall of Fame game? I think so. Is when me and actually Jake was out in the stands. So it was just me by myself. So I met Chad Alexander. He was the director of pro personnel for the Jets for 5 years. He was Joe Douglas' right-hand man. I also got to meet Joe Douglas. They were both standing there. And that was nice in the Hall of Fame press box as we were talking. And he left the Jets a year early. He knew what was about to go down. He's like, oh, my boy Joe Douglas is about to get axed. I got to look out for the A1. He goes out to the Chargers as an assistant GM. And now he's a finalist for the Dolphins job. And before Chad Alexander came to the Jets, he spent 20 years with the Baltimore Ravens where he crossed over with John Harbaugh. If you're a Jets fan, you want to make sure we don't see the Chad-John combo in Miami. You got to hope that he goes to the Giants. And by all accounts, the Giants are the favorites right now, but, a lot can change. A lot can change.
Yes. I cannot lie. I would be physically ill if that were to take place, to just
Mike
see
Vrabel and Harbaugh, in our division. Yikes.
I mean, McDermott's a good coach too, and we stuck with
Yeah.
I can't even say it. I don't even want to say it. Boss Girl 8, one of the newest Take Flight Talk subscribers. But not on Take Flight Talk right now. This is on your channel, Boy Green.
Oh, okay.
That's a great channel. I mean, that's a great
here it
question.
Yeah.
Me personally, if this was something that Mike McDaniel would entertain, I would do this no hesitation. And you've heard me say nothing but positive things about Tanner Engstrand. I don't think I've ever criticized him publicly in my life. But Mike McDaniel, he is a very smart football mind, obviously such a creative offensive mind that I would not even hesitate to make this move.
I think some people in our lives we find out are better at one thing than another. I think he's been a very mediocre head coach, but I can't deny any of the creativity, the offensive stuff you said back in San Francisco. If this was possible, of course I'd be interested. What I think is going to happen is our boy Saleh, speaking of all these former Jets out in the universe, Darnold, Saleh, this guy, Saleh could roll up and have Mike McDaniel as his OC if he becomes an HC somewhere. And that's what, to be honest, to rewind back to that time, what a lot of Jet fans were hoping for. There was two hot shots at the time of the 49ers, Mike McDaniel and Mike LaFleur. So a couple of Mikeys. And Saleh, when he got an HC job, was taking one of them with him. And the early prognostications were the Jets were going to get McDaniel. But then the 49ers paid him up. And then eventually he went to a different cycle and was the Dolphins head coach. So that's what we thought the combo we were going to get. So we may get that combo somewhere else this cycle. I would not be surprised. So if it was available, if it was an option, yes, I'd be open to it. But I don't. I think if he picks an OC job, which is possible, he could miss out on the head coaching swing. We learned when they did I think it was Spain. Oh, sorry if I messed up the country NFL international program, but the Dolphins Commanders played this year, and Mike McDaniel got to retell the story about his drug abuse past and how Dan Quinn helped him in that very key time of need and how strong that relationship is. And Washington's looking for an OC, and they got Jaden Daniels. That one makes a lot of sense to me. So I think there are stronger OC possibilities. Same sort of thing in a weird way as Harbaugh that we've talked about, where if the Jets fired AG, are the Jets' most attractive spot of all the ones available? If the Jets fired Tanner Engstrand, is our OC job the most attractive to everyone else? So I think McDaniel would have better choices, bluntly.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Both of those. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like I said, like if it was possible, yes, I'm pulling that trigger. But great point. Hopefully my guy Saleh can get a better run. He needs to get his national respect because I do think he is a good coach. I mean, he did some work. He has needed somebody on the offense. Nathaniel Hackett can't hack it, but McDaniel, that duo is would be lethal. So let's see what happens there. But that's actually, probably how we ended the July 8th episode of Boy Green Meets Woody. We said we're going to see what happens here because we each made 5 predictions for the upcoming season, the season that just passed.
Yep.
We said, okay, we'll throw $10 on each of these, right? So the most that could be won is $50. The least would be zero, right? Because they cancel each other out. So if I got, my all 5 of mine right and you got all 5 of yours wrong, right? That's $50. We said that. We, put our money where our mouth is, and now it is time to look back and see what was said. Okay, and finally, initiate that process to pay up. Feel free in the comments to let us know who you think is going to win. But how we're going to do it pretty much is just playing back the 10 predictions, right? So 5 from me, 5 from Boy Green, and just being like, oh, that came true, or oh, that didn't come true. We might have to look at ESPN real quick to verify if something came true. But that's the simple gist of it.
And just to break the fourth wall here, folks, I have no idea what I said. I don't know what Wudi said. I'm going to be finding this out as you are finding it out. So there's a massive surprise factor here. I have no idea what's going to happen. Again, we're not going to release like all 5 of Boy Greens and all 5 of Woody's. They will alternate. So you guys will keep track of this competition as we keep track of the competition. So I have no idea what I said. So I said I was excited, but now the more I think about it, oh boy, this could be bad news. I'm not sure, or good news. I'm sort of in between now, trying to think of what the hell I said a couple of months ago before the season, because as the eternal optimist on the show, who knows what I could have said.
You are the eternal optimist. CB Dub pretty much said,
oh, damn.
Yeah. I mean, the Jets optimists, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. So without further ado, so Wudi, I'm going to hand I'm normally the host of a million of all these shows. We need to hand the keys to the franchise over to you. This, you prepared these clips. You got these ready. I'll just be pressing the buttons back here. So you guide this ship, my friend. Captain, my captain.
Well, no, just BG5. Let's get it popping. We'll start off. That's the very first prediction we'll go with. That's the very first prediction. Actually, Wudi 5. Sorry, Wudi 5 is the very first prediction that we heard on that episode.
Here we go.
My guy, Quinnen Williams. All right.
Sure.
I'm gonna start this list talking about my favorite Jet, and I'm gonna give him 8+ sacks this season. All right.
8+. Damn. Okay.
That is a number he has only hit once in his career. He got 12 sacks that magical all-pro season, where pretty much people were, it was, Quinnen or Chris Jones. That's what they were talking about. Damn. So that is the first prediction made on that July 8th show. We can say 5. Oh, actually, it's January 8th. That's crazy. So it's exactly was that 6 months later? We can say that he did not get 8 sacks for the New York Jets. He didn't even remain a New York Jet for the whole season. So that is it's a rough life that we lived. I still got my Quinnen jersey, though. That's still my guy.
Yeah. I would tell you this, that obviously we could have definitely not predicted that trade or any other trades with any of our superstar players that we may discuss later. Mm-hmm. If Quinnen would have gotten those sacks for the Cowboys, I would have still given you that one.
Damn, thank you.
I would have. I know that's not to the heart of, well, he will get, well, did he? But as I see here, I'm like, oh, was he at least close? No. 2.5 sacks between the two teams. So that's rough. That's rough.
It is. All right. BG5, load them up.
So real quick. Oh, but BG's getting routed here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see. I'm sure I'm going to start off hot. Let's go. BG5. Oh, this is going to be a good one, I'm sure. Okay, good. All right. Let's go to
number 5.
All right. Let's do this. Okay. So you said Quinnen, right? This thing you're asking of him. He's done it once before in his career, but only once. The thing I'm putting on this list has never happened in this player's career. but I'm saying it's going to happen. All right. It's this. For the first time in Elijah Vera Tucker's career, he's going to play a full 17-game season. He came into the league in 2021, and he played in 16 of 17 games that season. So even then, as a rookie, he did not play the full season. So he came in when his first year was the start of the 17-game era, and he's never played a full 17-game season.
For mine, it was a little choppy, so I don't know if y'all caught that. It's based on what Boy Green is doing, he caught it. So he knows exactly what he said. And I can't lie. It is actually impossible to be more wrong than Boy Green was. Okay. Oh, y'all got it. So damn, my internet was bugging. Y'all got it.
Just a heads up, Woody. This is for me and you, but everyone's going to hear this. If anything ever breaks up for you, it doesn't break up for the people. So it's always an us thing. It's always an us thing. Outside of like if we're playing a video from the internet and it's literally buffering for everybody. But in this case, these are hardwired in, so all of these will be good. But so I heard it, and you may not have heard it, but the fans heard it. Oh boy, heard it. That is wow. I was crying because I have no idea what I said. So when that started, first time ever, I'm like, "Ooh, Brees Hall 1,000 yards, way to go, Paul!" Yeah, I said that's got to be what I said. And then when I went AVT, I'm like, "Oh dear God, oh boy, wow, yeah, that's about as bad as it gets." I mean, right before the
literally
season,
the worst.
He tore his triceps and didn't play a single game of the. Oh boy, oh wow, that's.
All right, so 0-0, right? Like okay, you definitely might have jinxed something. That's
oh dear
possible.
God, wow.
But 0-0, so it's all good.
And
BG.
just real quick to Boss Girl, good news is if it was opposite day, BG was completely accurate. Please don't make that prediction for next season. I won't. Hopefully he's here, but I mean. That's that I should probably avoid ever doing. I mean, I'm sure we'll do this again. Woody's going to bring this prediction segment up in July and then re-rack it back in January when we're getting ready for a playoff game. And getting
ready to watch the Bills in the playoffs. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a start. Wow. Oh boy.
All right. Hit that Wudi 4 when you're ready. This is something that I'm pretty confident because it's happened every single year. So you went from this has never happened. I'm going with this has always happened, and it's about to happen again. Sauce Gardner with under 3 interceptions this season. Woody's on the board.
Oh yeah, he did have 0. Ooh.
For
either of us, I wanted to do a quick discount double check. I don't know. Oh boy, wow.
Wudi is on the board. Super easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You already knew, Sauce. Oh my God, it was so funny hearing you guys in the comments when I said that. Aaron Glenn, DB, he's gonna unlock Sauce. Oh my God, it's gonna be lockdown. The whole team didn't even get an interception.
Oh, did one of us predict that?
No.
Oh, that would have been that'd be a pretty.
Why would anyone predict that it would be that bad?
I mean, that could have been good. Like, think about the predictions we could have done, right? Sauce Gardner's going to get traded 3 months after he signed his new deal. Whoa. Okay. Wow. All right. Even though the show came before Sauce ever got extended, but so we could have had some bops. But okay, so Woody's on the board. Congratulations! Every blind squirrel finds a nut. All right.
Okay. All right. BG4. Sorry.
BG4. Here we go.
Number 4.
And some of the fans in the chat may not like this one, but I just got to call it how I see it. And when you gave this topic, all the credit in the world to Woody for coming up with this topic, there was a intrusive thought that comes into my head. Now, what they're supposed to tell you is God gave most of us filters. So the first thing that comes to our head, and then the filtration system to the mouth, that sometimes the filter, caught that one. Paul, you didn't say that one. You're saved. My filtration system did not catch this one. So here it is, Woody. Number 4 on the list. the stat prediction I feel the most confident in. Braylon Allen finishes with more rushing yards than Breece Hall in 2025.
That's it.
Oof.
I think my favorite part about this is that you literally just yapped for 45 seconds about absolutely nothing and then proceeded to say the most wrong thing.
Wait, let me see. Let me hit
could
the
possibly
Google
happen.
search real quick. All right, let me see. What did Breece have? Breece Hall stats. Okay, so he had 1,065. All right, and Braylon had 76. All right, so that one was slightly off. Yeah.
Literally, I don't even know if that's which one is more wrong between that AVT stat and this one. That's equally bad.
No, ABT.
There wasn't even a game where Braylon had more yards. You try to say the season.
ABT was much worse. That one's definitely worse.
They both.
Chad. Whoever's in here right now, you tell me which prediction did I have was worse? That AVT would play 17 games and he played 0, or Braylon would outrush Breece Hall, because I was.
And he was outrushed by 1,000 yards.
Well, yeah.
CBW, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Boys down 10.
Yeah, for now. Well, we'll see.
Yes.
There's still some more fight.
We'll see how much fight you got. Wudi 3.
All right, here we go.
Since Justin Fields was drafted, that Cole Kmet did not have 500 receiving yards. And as most of you know, Justin Fields was in his teammate last year. So if you think that's pretty much it, is that Justin Fields, he's out there. Cole Kmet's getting 500 yards. The Jets used to have a tight end that was getting 500 yards consistently. Now he is a Charger. But who they have now is Mason Taylor. So just, control alt delete. Number 3 is Mason Taylor, the rookie, getting 500 yards in his NFL season debut. 500 receiving yards for Mason Taylor. Well, two things went wrong there.
Please, yeah.
One is that Fields wasn't even his most prolific QB. Tyrod Taylor was the one that got him to the number that he got to. But of course, injury. I believe if he had played, obviously, I lost, so I'm not trying to argue that. But I'm saying if he had played a full season and Tyrod was playing those games, I think Mason would have got there. Even still, he did he have the most receptions on the team? I think he did.
Probably. Let me see.
44. He didn't have the most yards. Garrett had the most yards. I think he had the most.
Right. I should pull this up just to have it ready, because I'm sure we'll reference this several times. So I'll have this up here. But yeah, he was a few receptions away. Mason Taylor was a few receptions away from setting the rookie franchise record. Unfortunately, the neck injury cost him. So that's too bad for him. He did.
So that's what I'm saying. I was close. Like it wasn't. Both of yours haven't even been in the same universe of what actually happened. Mine, we was on pace. We was trekking along, but then my man, he got hurt.
Yeah. So I guess that's true. But 130 yards off. That's
you were literally 1,000 yards off. So.
Hey man, this isn't a pissing contest. I mean, actually, literally, it is. I mean, that's basically what this entire show's about.
BG3. Let's see what kind of wisdom you had to say.
Okay, this is not sounding good at all. Totally it. No question about it. This is it for sure.
Number 3.
Here it is. Let's make some more history, baby. Let's make some more history. Okay, it's school sensation history class. Tune up, kids. Here we go. How about this? Will McDonald will finish this season with the most sacks by a Jets defender since Mark Gastineau in 1985. So here is the number. Listen. Zelda, Navi, listen. Okay, here it is. Okay. The number we're shooting for, folks, is 13.5 sacks. So he will have at least 13.5 sacks. The highest number by a recent Jet in recent history is John Abraham, who had 13 in 2001. So here are the let me just tell it this way. Here are the top 5 seasons of the highest sack production in Jets
So you
history.
can just say you can literally just say Will McDonald 13.5 sacks, like plus.
I could have said that, but this sounds way cooler. Also, I see now, in my defense, you just talked about, well, Mason Taylor was on pace before he got hurt. Will McDonald was on pace for 34 sacks after the first game of the season. He had 2 sacks against the Steelers. He was on pace for 34 sacks, which would have absolutely obliterated the history books, the record books. Okay, so I was on pace too, but he got hurt. So
that is not at all how an accurate pace assessment works.
that is.
No, it's not. It's not
2
actually.
sacks in the first game, and then you extrapolate that over 17.
Yeah, that's not a large enough. That's not a large enough sample size.
I gotta agree to disagree.
But like CBW said, when BG is wrong, he is wrong. Like not even in the ballpark. God damn, completely missing the mark. But again, just a lot of just yapping, and then proceeds to say the most wrong thing possible.
There was some interesting history there. I am a history buff. There was some interesting Jets history since 1985. Not just 13-6. That would have been lame. That wouldn't have had the right mustard on the sandwich. So, and I love this super chat coming in from our guy, Chef Kevin Gilbert, because I unfortunately gave a little bit of hate to Brees. I did.
Wow.
$2 super chat. Thank you, Chef. And Chef, can't wait. Me and Wudi, I speak for both of us. Can't wait to work with you again this year. More details to come, I'm sure, for our next tailgate experience. But he says, stop the hate of my boy Brees. I hope Brees is back. And I would say, based on the commentary of AG and Mooj, that I think they're going to try everything in their power to bring him back. So we'll see if that is indeed the case.
That's a nice flip-flop from you being an absolute jerk about Brees in July 8th. And that's what we're talking about. That's why we made the comment, because there's been nothing but love for Brees over here. Keep it 100 all the time. But, BG, he just, wherever the wind blows, that's where he goes. Just, flip-flopping. All right. So,
okay, well, real quick, I just want to tell you, Chef, we've put that towards your super chat total. So for this month, thank you very much for our raffle contest. So thank you. But go ahead, Wudi. Where now?
Yeah, what do you mean where? Wudi too? We're going down a list, BG. Wudi too.
Well, I know you. Well, you got to help me. I have the attention span of a goldfish, man. I need as much help as possible. All right, so Wudi too.
Because you said that AVT was going to play 17 games this season, right?
I predicted that. I did.
Yeah. So this is somebody who I am predicting will not play 17 games this season. Could be 16.
Right.
Could be 15. But history would show that our boy Justin Fields is probably going to miss a game. What are you don't me? What are you talking about? That's first of all, he himself has never done it. And then if you look at the Jets history, Aaron Rodgers was the first QB to do that in 10 years.
Right. Ryan Fitzpatrick 2015 was the last one. Yes.
Yes, exactly. So we've been missing guys left and right. Got mono. If he was just benched, I would be open to that argument of he was benched. We didn't know he was going to get benched. But no, he did miss a game due to injury, very early because
week 3.
Yes. Yes. So. Just letting you know what's good. Try to let you know. And you guys in the comments were like, Wudi, you hating? Oh my God, stop hating on Fields. Your future MVP. He went 4-2. That's my favorite one. He went 4-2. Oh my God.
Okay. Let me just, because the thought that hit me in that moment hit me once again so one thing we're going to have to clarify. I don't know where else this is going to go again. I have no recollection of whatever I said or what Wudi said, so we're going to go through it together. But a lightning bolt hit me in that show, in that moment. I remember the look on my face, and it just it telepathically, boy Green of Boy Green passed. He just ran through the door. Boy Green in 2025, this is going to happen. So this is what we need to make sure is that yes, Is your stat accurate? You get another point on the board. Ding. Yes. But I think the misunderstanding of what this was for this prediction, like Justin Fields not playing 17 games. If you put any name and said is not playing 17 games, that is more likely to happen than not, because they could get hit by a car, they can hurt a hamstring. To say a player won't play 17 games, I don't think is incredibly bold. So I think in the breadth of a lot of my predictions, as probably we're going to see, is there's a boldness that's what I thought the segment was when I was doing this. The context is context, and the results would be the results. But as we're going through this, it's now hitting me again. Because we didn't tell each other what our predictions were. Then we did the show, and then I'm learning them as we're going, and now I'm seeing it. So the sizzle of the Justin Fields is going to play 17. Not only based on the history and research you did, which is great, but any player not playing 17. How many people did play 17 games for the Jets this season? I imagine that number is very small. So,
I mean, like I said, it's top 5 stat predictions. We're trying to get it correct. All right.
Right. Now I know for next year. I understand.
Reading comprehension 101, my guy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right. Nobody added the word bold. Nobody was eating any Doritos, but you out here adding bold flavor for I don't know.
The
but,
fans. It's
a
little
for
tastier with bold flavor. But anywho, it's a little bold. What am I going for now, you said?
BG2. Let's see if you can get something.
Number 2. Justin Fields is going to shatter, annihilate, obliterate, demolish, destroy the single season rushing record in Jets history. Wudi, do you know what is the Jets? Of course, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know? I didn't get to it. I was just about to ask you the trivia. You know, yeah, that's okay. That's okay, Wudi. You always jumping the gun. I'm sure your wife really appreciates that. The question, Wudi, is this. Do you know what the Jets single season rushing record is for a quarterback? Do you know?
No, actually. Probably
that's all right, because I'm here for you, Woodster. It was just a mere 65 years ago. Al Duro, in the very first season of the New York Titans, before they even became the Jets, Al Duro rushed for 453 yards in 1960. That is the most rushing yards by a Titan/Jets quarterback.
So, I mean, this one was wrong, of course, as well, just like the other one.
Wait a second. What? Was it wrong? Yes, but please. You know, this was my prediction.
I'm about to give you some props.
Oh, okay. Then please.
I mean, like I said, wrong. Wrong, like all the other ones. Yeah. But you want to talk about pace? I'm trying to teach you how pace works. He was on pace to beat that number.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any other pleasantries, or is that where they ended?
No, that's it. So sorry.
Okay.
He ended up being so bad that he got benched. He stinks.
So, okay. Yes. What you just said is true. He was on pace to shatter it. But let me give you an even greater nugget than that. He finished second all time in Jets single season quarterback rushing history. He just edged out our boy Gino from 2013, who was in I have it here in front of me. One second here. Where is it here? 366. So he beat him by 20 yards basically. And, and he didn't play the full amount of games. Gino played basically the full amount of games in his rookie season, and Justin did not. So
this sounds like a lot of yapping.
Him.
Right, this has nothing to do with my guy, Al
Duro.
A
lot of yapping is he's second. Okay. The yapping is this. He is second all time. Second all time. You're making it seem okay. AVT, a brutal miss. AVT, a brutal miss. I said he played 17, played 0. I'm an idiot. Justin Fields finishing second all time in quarterback rushing yards.
What do you want? You want a participation trophy? You're only just a little wrong.
Trophy for Mason Taylor. Where's the consistency, Wudi? Can you at least be consistent?
I just gave you your props. I said
Mason Taylor. I'm not asking. No. Hey, your pleasantry. I throw it on the ground and spit on it. It sucks.
Ow.
I'm not asking for on pace. I'm not asking for you to project. I'm not doing your Mason Taylor bullshit. I'm saying with what he finished with right now with his 383 was second most all time of any Jets quarterback. So I don't need the on pace. He finished second all time. That's impressive. Again, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I'm taking my L. That's not very wrong. He was 70 yards short. What do you mean? How is he dead wrong? So I aggressively push back on that. And I want to give myself credit, pat on the back. What a cool stat to go for. Something that's been around for 65 years, and you tell me it's all yapping. I think people found it interesting. How many people knew Al Duro? What a cool, interesting, researched stat that nearly came true with 70 yards short.
Almost.
So that's fine. That's fine. Again, there you go. So.
All right. So Boy Green 0 for 4, Wudi 2 for 4, as CBW has brilliantly pointed out. And I guess we got one more each. We got one more each.
Great.
And Boy Green close the gap. Let's see. Well, it's Wudi 1 right now.
Right. Correct. Yep. Breece Hall. It doesn't get hurt for once.
You know, boy, I've never seen somebody treat our players with such disrespect.
Disrespect?
What? My God,
okay,
doesn't get hurt for once. Well, here it is. Like I said, it's a long time coming. And too often, people have just had to hear the disrespect, like you and my cousin, Brandon Roberts, who has been on this show, talking about, this receiver, this person's done this person's done that. This running back has, gone 1,000 yards, and just because this guy on Robert Saleh's staff couldn't count, you guys want to hold that against him. Well, hold no more. Get ready to let it go. Elsa said it best. Let it go. Let it go. You're going to have to let go of that nonsense stat, because behind this line, there will be a 1,000-yard run. Shout out to Elsa. Let it go. Let it go. And don't forget the hate, the disrespect. Boy Green in the beginning of that clip. That's all he does is just disrespect players. Don't even care about them. Treat them like garbage, and then be, confused why they don't want to resign or why they do this, they do that. It's despicable, man. It's despicable. But let me tell you something. You want to talk about bold? I predicted something that had never happened. And of course, it happened because I seen it in my crystal ball. James Wudi, 3 for 5. As you already know, I'm telling you what's going on. While Boy Green is out here making jokes, doing all this stuff. Come on now. Shout out to Breece Hall. Breece the Beast. Hope to God that he's a Jet next year. We'll see what happens.
Bold. So you're saying Breece Hall rushing for 66 yards a game was bold? And by the way, the front half of what I said of your prediction that you clipped in there was true. Breece Hall did not play all 17 games. So thank you, Paul. Nice. There's my and one on that one. He didn't. He, of course not. But 66 rushing yards a game, that's the woo! Throw the parade. Nice. Congrats, Breece. Way to go, pal. 66 yards a game. Disgusting.
More disrespect.
It is what it is. All right. So time for one for 13-year playoff drought, baby. It's coming to an end, which I guess is sort of an indirect Justin Fields stat, because the Jets are not making the playoffs if Justin Fields is booty cheeks. So inevitably he has to be good, which feeds into some of the other stats that I gave. The Jets playoff drought is coming to an end. There are 7 teams that make the playoffs in the AFC. There are 16 teams in the AFC. 42% of the teams make it to the playoffs. There is a turnover percentage of between, depending, because the qualifications for playoffs have changed, between 20 and 40% of teams are new from year in to year out. And we have to give that caveat because the playoffs have expanded, so those numbers are sort of jaded, or sort of juiced with the recent data. But nonetheless, there is new teams that enter every year. There is 7 teams that make it from the conference. The Jets can do this. It's not an impossible thing. I'm not saying number 1 seed. I'm not saying number 2 seed. I'm not saying number 3 seed. That stat was right. The new teams that have entered the playoffs. Yes.
Arguably the worst of the bunch. And you already had the exact opposite with AVT. To be as wrong as you've already been, and number 1 be almost the worst one, seeing as how the Jets are the number 2 pick in the draft, as opposed to being a playoff team. I don't know. You got a few contenders. You got a few contenders for what is the most wrong. CBW asked a question here. And I'm gonna have to say yes. I'm gonna have to say 3-0. Oh, $30. That is considered route. That is considered a smackdown.
Sure.
I mean, only one of us, got one right, but I would say the fact that only one of us got more right than wrong, that's where it becomes the route. So yeah, I would definitely say it was a smackdown. But this is, like I said, I gotta give props, consolation. All right. The reason why y'all watch this show, there's only 2 reasons. There's only 2, and that's why this is the best show on YouTube. All right. One is you need that cheerleader, that pom-pom, Jets, Jets, that's gonna say everything is good in fairyland. Oh my God, the Jets are gonna win. Whoever insert QB name here is gonna be an MVP candidate, and oh my God, the Jets are gonna end their playoff drought. Or you're a rational human being who comes here for the truth because the truth will set you free. And that's where I come in to tell you what's going on with this team and how bad the decisions that they make are, or how surprisingly good the decisions that they make are. So it's one of those 2. All right. Best show on YouTube, because whatever one of those reasons you're coming for, you're getting the absolute best. I'm telling you, this man right here, he is the best cheerleader in the game. No one can out-pop my mans. All right. And when we talk about stats, we talk about realism, we talk about takes, there's no one better than your guy right here. So let's go. Best show on YouTube. Boy Green meets Wudi. That's what I'm talking about.
$30 was the best lesson I've ever learned. Again, now I fully understand what all of this is about. Okay. I now understand. Okay. I was willing to put myself out there for the brand. Okay. I don't see any headlines being written because Mason Taylor, 500 receiving yards, which you were wrong about. But you give me that. Justin Fields won't play 17 games. No sizzle. Zip and pip. Okay. So the fact of the matter is, congratulations, Wudi. Yippity-doo-dah. But I'm now going to recalibrate. I'm going to use this as motivation this offseason as we're preparing for this July episode in the middle of Nothingville. And I'm going to make sure that I calibrate appropriately. I go back to the lab and I go back to work to make sure I'm better for this. So if that costs me $30, then so be it. A lesson learned. We're going to be better for this. I'm going to use this as motivation for the squad. And we're going to use this. We're going to use this.
All right. AG said the same thing. We're going to evaluate. We're going to every stone unturned.
We're going to compete. We're going to compete.
Yeah. You're going to compete. So I don't know who I believe less. Probably AG, actually. But you're welcome, Yo Holmes. That I'm here. As a matter of fact, because obviously in order to produce this episode, I had to go back to the July 8th video. And Yo Holmes, he actually commented on that video. And he said,
on that video, where was it, Woody?
On your channel, like when you posted it on your channel. Oh no, it wasn't on Take Flight Talk. Oh shit, I didn't even see that.
I was just giving you a plug opportunity. Come on,
yeah,
Woody, give me a team. I'm a tandem team. I'm just trying to. You're right. You're in your glory. You're in your crown. You're drinking the wine. You're getting a little tipsy on stage. I'm like, hey, Woody, now's the perfect chance to promote your godforsaken YouTube channel, Take Flight Talk, a little TFT action. So come on, man, bask in the glory.
My bad. Yes, of course. If you want to see more correct predictions, you want to see more correct analysis, And if you want to see my guy tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, Dylan Terraman, or Talk New York Jets, you got to subscribe to Take Flight Talk. I'm telling you, we out here, we doing a lot of things. Obviously, me and BG, I think this is the best show. What Mad Mertz, he didn't agree with either of my reasons. He just said, because we funny as hell. And that's a good reason to tune in too. So between what I got going on with BG, what I got going on with Abby, Michael K, how he breaks down the X's and O's, and then talking to my guy Dylan Terman tomorrow at 3, ooh-wee, is going to be a grand old time. You gotta subscribe. Take Flight Talk. We taking flight, baby.
There you go. But I wanted to give you your flowers, give you an op, give you a little PT in the game and say, hey, man, that Take Flight Talk action. So there you go. Again, you always say, Boy Green, the prince that became king, the glory, men want to be him. Women want to be with him. I hear that. Of course, kissing baby, signing autographs, a little Herbie Hancock action. But Wudi, you know what? You deserve to take a victory lap around the building here real quick. Again, a little bit of TFT action. I bend the knee. You are the king of the north, king of the north, king of the north, king of the north.
Shut up. Well, I wanted to shout out my guy, Yo Holmes, because on July 8th, all the way back then, when it was unpopular to think the things that I was thinking and saying, Holmes, he commented on this very video on at Boy Green 25. He said, BG is not only the president of the Hopium Addicts Association, but he is also a client. What was this, BG? Silly Takes Day? I'm glad Wudi called you out and said, oh, we are just wishing now. And I had to say that because Yo Holmes, he said he believed in Aaron Glenn. He knows what it's like to feel like that, AG's going to save us. But he smartened up real quick. Even back in July 8th, he knew what was good. So I just want to shout out my guy, Yo Holmes, because we're a rare breed. Everybody want to pick up the pom-poms. That's a popular move. Pick up the pom-poms.
No, it's not. If you're a Jets, let me tell you this straight up. If you're a Jets fan and you see more pom-poms in the fan base than hate, your torches, pitchforks, and all that, then I don't know what fan base you've been visiting. When I'm doing my optimism, positivity, I'm getting things thrown at me. I'm not getting people going, yeah, boy,
your bras and panties. That's what they be throwing at you. They're like,
I can't be hitting all that. I mean, hey, it's one of the perks. But for real though, like I feel like I am a zebra with polka dots with my optimistic Jets takes. I don't feel like I'm in when I enter a room and I'm like, Jet fans are like, fuck you, Boy Green. When I think they could go to the Super Bowl, they're like, shut up. No, they're not. They're terrible. They've always been terrible. Those are the responses I get. So, man, you know what? I need to visit more bars that you're visiting, apparently. They sound great.
Yeah. Because I'm the one that's getting people in my DMs. Just shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing about ball. You don't know ball, Wudi. Like, all this. I had somebody. I forgot what episode we did, but it was obviously an episode where I was super critical of the team. And I
so every episode?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But, they call and they were calling. Instagram calling me like, yo, pick up. You won't pick up, you bitch. Like, I'm just like, yo.
Oh, wow.
So, I feel like, pom-poms are the way to go. Like, okay. Yeah, we're going to make the playoff. We're going to do all this. But no, I try to tell it real. I know your homes appreciate it. A few people, have, come out and said it. And then, of course,
real quick, a new subscriber to TFT. So, M. Vallette.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciation. And like the tailgate is actually where I saw the most, where people came up to me and they was like, yo, my bad. But see, they have to see it first. I'm here to tell you. That's what I'm saying. When it's unpopular, because during the summer, right, when we win the offseason every year and we about to do this, right, I'm trying to be like, did we win this one? Did we? I don't think we won this one. And we clearly did not win last year. So that's what I'm saying. Like saying it when it's unpopular. I was there. Yo Holmes was there. Other people were there. And let's hope that they have a better offseason this season. Obviously, I'm not trying to extend this playoff drought, but that does seem like the most likely scenario.
It seems impossible. Not for us. Let me phrase this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
it seems impossible for us to not have a better offseason in terms of our fields, because that's what the offseason is until we get to the season and we see tangible results. The 2 first-round picks, the 2 second-round picks, 4 picks inside the top 44, the $100 million in cap space with rollover cap that will be updated soon for you folks. If you go to any of your cap places, you may see $70 million and change. It's really north of 100 or around 100 because there's rollover cap that comes through. So that will be updated. Plus, the Jets can make other moves. So it's going to be hard for the Jets not to be active of signing players, not to be active with whether it's trades, the quarterback conversation. So that's going to be volatile in nature. The multiple quarterbacks add to the table. So yeah, for sure. I think there's going to be a lot of activity. So I may be doing this again. Who knows?
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And oh my gosh, it's a cycle. But one thing, Boss Girl has another fantastic question, or fantastic point. Is that clearly Boy Green and I? Okay. Oh no, that was it. That was it.
That was it. Okay.
Yes. Because Boy Green and I, we clearly do not agree on a lot. Barely like anything. Like, and that's not manufactured whatsoever. Like, it's, we come into the table and are just shocked to hear the.
Yeah, I hate his Jets. Yeah.
But one thing that we are in complete alignment with is not starting the rookie QB week 1 like that. Like, I will be so disheveled. Think of that.
Wow. Good word usage there. Nice. Okay.
I mean, I had to think of the best one I could find. Like, that's why I took a pause. Like, because I just really, like, if it was up to me, he would be sitting the whole year. Boy Green can speak for himself there, but that's, like, I would, for as long as possible. Like, I'm not saying 4 weeks. I'm saying like a year. If we can, obviously, if the year is like 1-16, like, nah, we got to get him in earlier. But I'm saying a year where the team is competitive, 7 to 9 wins, and he has sat the whole year. That is plan A for me.
Yeah. First off, again, we hate each other's guts. I don't even know how we're able to get on air with each other twice a week. So, I mean, we disagree about everything. I mean, personal, professional, spiritual, God I mean, all of it. That just terrible. But that is one that we are aligned on. We're in concert, so to speak. I would love for the rookie to play not at all, potentially. Now, the temptation, and luckily I'm not on the coaching staff or part of the front office, so I won't. If I'm tempted, it doesn't matter. I'm not the one pulling the trigger. The fact that they have this offensive line, that they have Brees for now, Garrett Wilson, Mason, and whoever else they add to this offense, I can't lie that I'm tantalized by the possibility of a rookie going behind, and people are going to flip out when I use this word, but go behind this Ferrari and go, whoa, okay. This isn't Zach Wilson. This isn't Sam Darnold. I have some protection and playmakers. This is pretty sweet. Okay. Everyone loves to make fun of the Jets and dunk on the Jets. Stephen A. Smith has been getting his run. Todd McShay's been getting his run this week. But the Jets actually have a pretty good situation for a young quarterback if he were to be forced in with what it looks like. And I think there's more work to be done without question. More wide receivers, more just talent around. You got to figure out a 1 or 2 pieces on the offensive line that's, some slight alterations. So I am somewhat intrigued. And again, we're going through the season. I'm like, ooh, what would that rookie be doing behind this? Because it's not a disaster. It's not when the Texans drafted Joey Harrington, he's getting destroyed back there. It's different from that perspective. But putting my random temptations that could come from some point, I hope the Jets get a legitimate quarterback this season, and we can debate to the cows go home who that is. Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones, whoever the guy is, but that they play well enough where the Jets are competitive. They're 6-6, they're 6-7, and they're just in the mix, whatever that means. And they're competitive losses, they're competitive wins, they're finding ways to do it. And the rookie quarterback is just marinating behind the scenes. That would be beautiful. That would be excellent. So, I have no idea what I'm going to say in 5 months. I would be shocked with myself if I said, boom, rookie quarterback, start from day 1. I mean, I don't know what I could have possibly seen that would lead me to that opinion. So maybe things can change. I don't know. But I would say at this point and previous points when this topic has come up, I absolutely want the rookie quarterback to sit. I think we have zigged forever Zach Wilson out there, Sam Darnold out there. We've zig. Maybe it's time for a zag. Is a zag going to change anything with this Jets quarterback development? I don't fucking know, but I hope so. So why not try something different just to mix it up and see? Are we ever going to say, wow, that quarterback burnt in the oven? He was marinating far too long. Son of a damn it. He learned too much. Probably not. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. So that's you heard it here first. I would say, this was a fun one. Like I said, just going back, so many people just yap. Now, we have some accountability on here. The best shows, they always say in my DMs is, when me and BG are getting at it, so competition that breeds success, breeds a lot of things. Appreciate you guys watching with us the whole way through. The whole way through, you could have been like, damn, we playing back, these different things, but no, you guys were with us. And I really, really do appreciate that. Most likely that means that it is something that we're gonna, try to see if BG can, if I'll be owing him money next January. Let's see. I mean, he's gonna have to put down the pom-poms, but it was definitely a fantastic time. I love being able to talk Jets with you, even if they absolutely stink. And take flight talk. Again, I got my guy. Oh my gosh, can't believe Dylan Terraman. We're gonna be talking. Yes, DT. We're gonna be talking. Definitely even like previewing the game. Indy and Oregon. Like that's a huge. I mean, they were making jokes like there's gonna be more Jets fans watching than like actual Indiana and Oregon fans.
True.
Like,
I mean that.
Yeah, so that's. But they didn't even say like the Raiders. Like they like clowning us. Like all the Jets, right? But I would imagine the Raiders want to watch that game too. So he's been looking at them all season. So we're gonna be talking about that. I'm super excited. That's tomorrow at 3 on Take Flight Talk, the YouTube channel.
All right, 3 quick things. It's from our guy CBW. First off, rookie has to play in the season if it's going south with Aaron Glenn. I would imagine just in the same way Brian Daboll, but maybe different. But it's sort of the same.
No, it's kind of the same, I would say. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if that was the reason he did it or what it could have been, but the theme of what CBW is asking is the pressure of like, oh shit, I could be fired. Well, hopefully this works and throw him out there to do it. Dable sounded like he loved Dart from the beginning and wanted him to go out there from the beginning. Whatever reason, sounded like people in the front office prevented him from doing that. So I don't know what the hell was going on over there. But yes, right. If AG senses like, oh shit, I need to do something here, which is the conflict of interest, which is unfortunate if we ever reach that point because we want what's best for the young quarterback. And hopefully that would not happen, but that could be possible. So I understand that. Again, there are exceptions to all rules. Redskins should have sat Daniels last year then. Again, there's exceptions to all rules. Jaden Daniels and CJ Stroud are 2 off the top of my head of like, wow, they were awesome immediately. And sometimes it can work. Again, I'm not saying if the Jets draft their quarterback and he beat out Kirk Cousins and I don't know, Malik Willis. I don't know who the hell is going to be in there. If he beat them out straight up, then wow, that's great news for the Jets. Holy freaking crap. This guy's ready immediately. We hope that's a reason. We don't want the Jets select Dante Moore, the 2nd overall pick, and AG's like, QB1. What? Already?
And that's what keeps happening.
Damn. Yeah, exactly. So I want to try something different from that perspective. And finally, CBW says, does Wudi want that in cash, check, Venmo, PayPal? How about this, Wudi? Because we're doing another tailgate this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I plan on buying you 1 beer, which should be about $30 to
$40.
Yeah, that's probably going to cover the bet.
At our tailgate.
Oh well, not at our tailgate, but once we go into that building, that's
Once we go,
might cover one of those beers. But in all seriousness, we will have more tailgate info to come. I hope you guys are there for it. And I do want to do one last plug. I see Johnny Boy's in there. I will be on Jets Worldwide, today, tomorrow, something. I don't. All my days are mixed up. I was about to promote it, then I'm like, crap, I can't remember which one it was. So, Johnny Boy, if you're in here, you can give us the latest, whether it's today or tomorrow. But it is coming up right around the corner. So I can't wait to be on Jets Worldwide this week. I'll put it that way. It'll be great.
Absolutely fantastic show with some fantastic people. Love Johnny Boy, Snowball doing their thing. So we got some fun things happening. Jets might not be fun. But we are having fun as Jets fans. collaborating, producing content. And yes, like CBW says, go Knicks. All right, my guy Cat, he I don't know, man. Like, he did have 6 points and one or what was it, 6 points and 6 turnovers or something against the Pistons. But then he bounced back last night against the Clips. I like the team as they are, man. I really do. I think they got fantastic chemistry. I think they can win it all as they're constructed. I know a lot of people, that's what they keep going at is, Towns and, Giannis. I personally really like the team, how it's constructed, and I think they can win it as they are right now with Mike Brown using their bench. They were getting gassed. That was the issue. Thibodeau, he can't count above 7, so he was just out here playing the top 6. Everyone getting gassed. Now that we got my guys Tyler Kolek, Jordan Clarkson, we got people that are actually coming in. Josh Hart off the bench producing. I really like how this team is built. So go Knicks. Those are my final words for today.
Well, there you go.
Loves me.
There you go, Wudi. Hey, you guys already won the NBA Cup, so anything's possible. So, we'll see what happens. And I see Johnny Boy says it's Friday night. Yeah, the only reason I was thrown off is I said, hey, Johnny, the day of the show, can you give me a text reminder? And I saw they sent me a text reminder, so I went, oh, shit, that's tonight. So I was getting it ready in my mind. So now, okay, Friday night, gotcha. So I'll be on tomorrow night, 7:30, Jets Worldwide. That'll be a lot of fun. So, Wudi, some fun and laughter was had and more of that stuff. So, we'll do this again next week, I guess.
Sounds good. Mad Mertz hit it on the head. That's what I just said. Appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. Go New York, go New York, go.
God bless. Thanks, everybody. Peace.